Hello. Today's Black Friday, technically. I mean, not technically. It is. That's just how it is. Technicality or not, that's just how it is. Look at the date. Look at this watch that I'm not wearing right now. Usually it's on my wrist, but look at that. Friday, the 28th, November 28th, actually. If we look at my calendar, that you can probably barely see because it's not in focus. Can we see this? I'm almost here. I'm almost here. I can barely read the numbers. They're all smudged. 17 days. Let's see, so. Okay, let's count backwards from, let's say, December 15th, because technically I leave on the 16th, but 15th, I'm going to be at the freaking military base, or whatever, the hotel, so at that point, I'm basically already gone, that doesn't count, so let's say until the 14th, let's say 1, let's just say 16 days, oh my goodness, that's so embarrassing, I could have done the math myself, 16 days until I'm gone. Wow, can you believe it? 16 days? You know, I haven't looked at the number in a long time. Usually I look at the number. And then I'll be like, wow, look at this number. But I haven't looked at it in a long time. You know, I actually haven't recorded one of these videos in a long time. That was, I don't remember. That was some time ago. In between that entire time, Thanksgiving was yesterday. I went to Puerto Rico. That was really fun. What else did I do? Had my 30 days out meeting. Sure. Yeah, I don't even know when I recorded the last video. What am I doing? What was I supposed to do? I don't know. Who cares what I was supposed to do? Maybe this will not make any sense. Maybe this will not make any sense whatsoever. I've been feeling really dizzy and, well, not dizzy, but like, I don't know, weird. That's a good word. That's not a very descriptive word. But it fits the moment. I guess I feel weird. What did I miss? I don't know. It's like I start rolling the thing and all of a sudden I don't know what's going on. Well, let's talk about what's happening right now, the current present day. I'm waiting for my lobster tails to thaw. I just bought them from ShopRite, and I bought 2 lemons as well. Except for the fact that we already had a ton of lemons. Oh, I should check if we have garlic. I don't know if we have garlic, but I'll check if we have garlic. Hopefully we have garlic. I hope we have garlic. Anyway, so I wanted to cook a lobster tail because I had a random feeling that I was going to cook a lobster tail all of a sudden. Because on Monday, when I was down by Atlantic City for a funeral, there were these people that I actually didn't really know them, but we were there anyway. And then I guess afterwards we went to the buffet, and then the buffet they had crayfish or crawfish, whatever, who cares? And they smelled really good, and I'm like, oh my goodness, now I want one of those. So now I want one of those, and I'm gonna have it in the form of a lobster because it reminds me of a lobster, and all of a sudden I want a lobster. Am I freaking out? Probably. There's so much stuff I could totally like talk about. It's like none of it comes to mind. This happens every single time. It's like I gotta warm back up to the idea of recording something, and then I get in front of the camera and I start freaking out as always. Who is this guy? Who's that? Who is looking at the camera now? That's what I look like. This is me looking at the camera though. If I looked here, I bet it would look a little different. Except that, um, maybe this camera, cause look at this. See how the screen is here? I'm using this silly camera. So I look at this instead of looking at this. Except maybe if I didn't see it, then maybe I'd be like way less like super duper conscious about it. So let's try that. Let's. I don't even know if I'm in frame. Who knows? Am I in frame? I could totally pull up my phone and find out. I'm not going to though, because you know what? This is okay. Now I can't even see myself. So maybe I'm less conscious about looking like stupid. Is this thing on? Yeah. I feel like I put it up. Am I moving it? I don't know. I've been kind of sleepy. It's so weird. My sleep is all messed up. I've been going through some stuff, you know? Um, yeah, I've been going through a lot of stuff. Will I get into detail? Not really. Um, uh, let's say today is a Friday. Earlier in the week, uh, I'm not gonna say something bad happened, but let's just say a situation less than ideal was revealed to me. Um, and it had me worrying and stuff, and I was like, oh no, this is so bad, this is so sad. Of course, it wasn't that sounding like that sarcastic when I was actually going through it. I spent a lot of time being sad and crying about it and stuff. Um, without getting into detail, but I don't know. I think there's a problem that once upon a time I faced in my existence, and it's that sometimes you just have to feel sad. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And it goes against like my entire like philosophy. Oh my goodness. Because for a lot of my existence, I feel like I've been doing what I could to combat sadness, and I've been trying to avoid sadness, and I've been trying to not be sad. But the thing is, sometimes it just happens. Sometimes it just happens, and there's nothing you can do but sit around and cry. And I guess on a less I guess healthy part of that fact is the idea that sometimes I don't want to reach out to people, even though I really could, and I don't know if I should. Should is subjective. But I know there's people that would listen to me, but it's like I don't want to talk to these people about my freaking problems. Are you kidding me? And so I spent a lot of time just crying in bed. And sometimes when you cry so much and you're so exhausted and delirious from the exhaustion of just sitting there, and you're like emotionally exhausted, it's like, and then you don't even remember what you're crying about, and then eventually you're just so tired and you just fall asleep. Like, okay, not the worst outcome in the world. And maybe that's okay. Maybe that's just how it had to be in order to process my emotions. And and it's like, wow, I remember that that's like a difficult idea for me to face, because I don't know, maybe I'm really good at lying to myself. Maybe I think that if I don't think about it and I don't even cry about it, surely it never happened, and it's not something worth thinking about, not worth crying about. But I did cry about it, and I did eventually talk to people about it, and I feel much better now. And maybe it was that expression of emotion that allowed me to reach this point. Sometimes I wonder if crying is just a social cue, like a cry for help, you know what I mean? Like literally, like, oh man, look at this person, he's crying. Like surely he's not in a good spot. Of course, there's other types of crying, but um, but then I'm like, maybe that doesn't 100% make sense all the time. Of course, everything is always nuanced. There's nothing that's ever black and white. At least I think. I think many things of existence are on a spectrum. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, but then sometimes I will literally just I'll just be crying by myself, and like that defeats the whole purpose of, or that just um disproves, I guess, for lack of a better word, the idea that it's solely a social action. If I'm doing it by myself, then that surely isn't a social thing. Like, who am I crying to? There's nobody around me. Who am I? You know what I mean? Um, so I thought about that. Um, and I thought about, I don't know, just resilience in general, because I feel like well, I don't think I've had the worst life in the universe, but I've gone through some stuff. I've gone through some stuff, and sometimes I think, how much longer do I have to suffer through this? Um, Sometimes it gets tiring being a strong person. Um, and it's like, how many more times am I gonna have to pick myself back up? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I guess every time in the end, I always do. I always dig myself out of the hole. You know. That's just how it is. I guess that's just how it is. That's just how it is. So I don't know, but I guess after all the fact, after I run through every thought process in my head, and I've exhausted every weird, like, idea. Um, that's not what I'm trying to say. After I've run through all of my emotions and I've talked to all of them, it feels good to you know try once more to overcome all the hardships. Um, and even though people are like, um, you shouldn't worry about the things that you can't control. Don't bother, um, like, losing sleep over things you can't control. Unfortunately, it is the things that I cannot control that are the things that bother me, because, well, okay, this is what I think. Because if I could control them, then I probably would have done something about it. And the things that I can't control are the ones that are giving me problems. Um, I don't know. Who knows? Is that an incorrect line of thinking? I don't know. But uh, but it's okay. It really just does take, unfortunately, it just takes some time and thinking for me to get over a thought like that. And everything's all good now. So I am ready for everything. Well, hopefully not everything. I hope not everything gets thrown at me, but But I'm doing pretty good, I guess, considering the very sad point that I was just in. I went to my old college, community college nearby, and because I go there for the gym now. I don't know if I mentioned this. I go there to use their gym because my gym randomly got shut down while I was on vacation. And this time I decided to go check out the art gallery that they have up because I was there once. I had my stuff up there once when I was finishing my fashion design degree, and then I saw the fashion design works and like I saw the garments and I'm like, oh my goodness, they looked so good. I was so happy. It was so nice. Um, it was really beautiful to see that people people like me, people like you know what I mean? It's literally just everyday people. They're making these really great things. I saw these dresses and these jackets and stuff. I'm like, wow, these skirts. They were really awesome. And that was very I don't know if the word inspiring is right because sometimes I don't like the word inspiring because I didn't really want to make something, but it felt I don't know. I felt so proud. Does that even make sense? I don't even know these people, but I'm just it made me happy to see that people still make things, you know? I stopped making things. I'm so burned out. Not only that is I have such a mental hurdle when it comes to making like clothes. It's kind of a problem. but it was really like I don't know the word. It was really heartwarming to see all the stuff that people are making. So that was really nice. I thought that was really cool. Um, let's see what else happened. I don't have a lot of time left. I really don't. 16 days? That's not a lot. That's a really short amount of time, actually. And I remember that I feel like I say the same thing every freaking video, but whatever. Um, what was I gonna say? I feel like the whole point of me recording stuff was to just document something down so that, when I come back to it, it's like, wow, this is what this guy was thinking. Have I really done that? I don't know if I've talked too in depth about the military stuff and whatever and the whole plan around that. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Oh my goodness, I always say stuff like this. I always give myself the maybe I talked about this, maybe I didn't talk about this. But who cares if I did or I didn't because I don't rewatch my videos because I can't be asked to. Um um I mean sometimes I do, but what am I doing this for? I want to go to college for free, except I do not even know what I want to study because I wanted to go back and study fashion design again. But I don't know. What if AI steals all the jobs? Who knows? I don't know what I want to do. And I've changed my mind career wise many times in my life, and I do not regret it at all because I guess if I stuck to one path, then I wouldn't be exactly right here right now. I'll probably be doing something else. Not that it's a bad thing, but I am very content with the decisions that I've made. Um, of course, every path is different for everybody, and this is just mine, and I'm very content with it. And maybe I'll talk about other stuff later. That's it for now, I guess.